All right, we're back answering your COVID-related questions with Dr. Jay Wyatt, the Chief Medical Officer for Moses Cone Hospital. This person's asking, is there going to be a specific Omicron vaccine, and should we expect an annual vaccine that is changed every year?
So both of those are very good questions. There won't be a specific vaccine for the Omicron variant. It would probably be called something else and not Omicron. The changes to BA.2 are not such that the current vaccine is not effective.
Okay. Should lab work be done after taking a 5-day dosage of Paxlovid following a COVID diagnosis?
I've not heard that being necessary, but if you're at risk for any type of blood changes secondary to perhaps a side effect of the medication, or if you're feeling badly, you should probably go get checked by your doctor.
Funny. I read somewhere that if I haven't had COVID, I have no friends. Could I just be naturally immune?
You've been very fortunate.
I know a handful of people who have not had COVID. And they have plenty of friends. Maybe they are just extra careful.
I think the more careful you are, and also whatever the circumstances are, if you're very tight about washing your hands and cleaning things off, and I mean, I think it decreases the risk that you'll get it. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if everyone got touched with it at some point.
Yes. All right, so this is a question asking, could you tell me why anyone should keep getting the vaccine and the boosters? I don't think it's working. It's not keeping people out of the hospital because we know families that are vaccinated and boosted and still were in the ICU.
So you will find those one-off cases where patients or people still do get sick even though they've been vaccinated. The risk of death and the risk of ICU admission and also the risk of hospitalization is significantly decreased if you're vaccinated, less than 7 times the risk. So I think that it is still worthwhile getting vaccinated. And if you have a chance to do that, we should do that.
It is not a 100% get the shot and it will never happen.
Yeah, we found that out early on, that the vaccine works, but it works in ways that is not 100% preventable. It just works to decrease the severity and also to decrease hospitalizations. And in some people, it might keep them from getting it, but you can't always predict who that might be.
This person is asking, when will my sense of smell come back?
Yeah, I guess we talked about some people have lost it for 6 months to a year, year and a half. I really can't tell you when it will or won't. It may never come back. I just don't know. I do know people who've had the sense of smell and taste lost for over 6 months. So we're always keep positive and hope that it will come back. But I can't predict that. I can't tell you.
And that's just awful. And you think to yourself, there's not another, like the flu does not do that to you, but COVID did do that to people.
Right, right.
Right.
That was one of the distinguishing features and symptoms of COVID.
This next question is, have the shots caused blood clots in some folks?
So COVID causes sort of blood thickness to where you are at higher risk of what we call thrombosis or blood clots that can lead to other significant problems. There's a slighter increased risk in people who get vaccines, but nothing close to what the disease does.
All right, this person is asking, once you've been diagnosed with COVID, how long should you quarantine and how long does being positive last?
So if you're positive with a home test or any other test, you should quarantine for at least 5 days. And day 1 is the day that you get it. And then it can be positive for at least 3 months afterwards.
But that doesn't mean that you have to stay home. It just means that if all of your symptoms are then done, then you can go about and go to work, go to school, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we do recommend that you continue wear a mask, though.
All right, so this person says, okay, I'm confused. How many boosters are we supposed to get?
If you're over 18, if you're 18 years older, you can get 1 booster. If you're over 50, you can get a 2nd booster now.
Okay. This person is asking, is it safe for teenagers to get the vaccine if they have diabetes?
Yes.
The next question is, are we in an endemic stage of the virus?
Not yet, but we're moving in that direction, but we're not quite there yet. It's still considered in the pandemic stage.
Still in the pandemic stage.
Yes.
The next question is, should we still be careful with babies under 1 year old? And if so, how do we protect them?
By protecting ourselves, wearing masks ourselves, so we're the most likely transmitter to that baby than other people. So by protecting yourself, you're protecting your baby.
The next question is, can the vaccine booster affect your eyesight?
I've not heard that, but people can have strange reactions to any medications and any vaccine. So it is not one of the common, side effects that I've heard about.
And then this next one is, will the J&J shot ever get a booster? Well, they had the first one, yes?
Well, you can get a Moderna or a Pfizer booster if you've just had the J&J.
They say if your arm is sore on and off months after getting your shot, is that normal or should I be concerned?
I don't think you need to be overly concerned, but they may have just sort of irritated a certain muscle group, or maybe it came close to a nerve that's causing long-term problems. But I don't think it's anything to be overly concerned about, or that will be permanent. It should go away.
Okay, and if you've been putting off your regular doctor's appointments, go get your regular screenings.
Go see your doctor. There are other things that happen besides COVID too that you need to be careful about.
All right, absolutely. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise. We appreciate you. We want to make sure that you know that all of this information is going to be in the 2 Wants to Know section if you missed any of this.